to talk about moral visions. Okay, I think even Stephen Covey, in his book Eight Habits of Effective Leaders, okay, speaks about the importance of having always to start with having the end in mind. You get that? To start always with having the end in mind. If you're going to build a building, for example, you have to be able to have the blueprint of that building. Okay, you come up with an architectural design even before you're able to start, you know, digging the foundation, constructing walls, and putting up, pillars, etc. So I think this is also true in the way we do, theoretical engagements, okay, which may have very important practical implications in people's lives. So we therefore have to start with vision, with the end. What do we want? Why do we study moral theology in the first place? What do we want to achieve? What is this really for? What is this trying to serve? Okay, so that becomes our principal consideration. And I think everyone understands that for you to be able to move forward and that you don't get lost and that you're able to succeed and that you're able to achieve what you want to achieve, it is because you have been able to define your vision. Okay? What is the importance of having to have visions? Anyone? Okay, I'm going to call your names. Okay, here. Okay. Can we listen to Sister Shirley Ann? Why would it be important for anyone to always start with a vision? Why is it important to have a vision in life?
Having vision is important to, in order for us to have direction.
We cannot hear you, sister. Can you come closer to the microphone or unmute yourself?
No, Father.
You are not clear. Can you speak louder or approach your microphone? Yes, go ahead.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
Father, for me, vision is having vision is important in order for us to have direction of what we're going to do.
Okay,
Thank you.
any other thing? It just sets a direction for what you want to do. What else? Okay, maybe we could call on Darwin.
Good morning. I have the same answer with Sister Shirley, so that we have direction of what we are going to do.
Is there anything more that you could add?
So that we have a guide. So if
Okay, services guide. Okay, very good. So
whether
let's move on. One, of course, as you said, our vision provides direction to our life. Without a vision, you may be actually moving, anywhere, and you don't have a very clear direction. Okay, that seems to be the little difficulty that modern people experience today. You know, uh, modernity or pre-modern rationality normally, especially the pre-modern, would always, you know, explain that humanity is like in a pilgrimage, that all of us are pilgrims. And when you're pilgrims, what happens? You have a specific direction pursuit. I'm going there, etc. And be focused in pursuing your ultimate destiny, okay, or your destiny for that matter. So we are all called pilgrims during that time. But now, social scientists would refer to people not as pilgrims, but more as tourists. Do you see the distinction? A pilgrim would have a clear teleology. When you say teleology, it has clear ends, it clear destination. Okay, but a tourist, okay, would go to a place, but would not be, pursuing a particular spot, but it goes to a wide space and allows itself to be attracted by anything that would interest it. Okay, so like a tourist, you're open to seeing anything. Okay, without having to really pursue one very specific direction. So postmodern rationality, they claim, is something like that. No, that we go to a big space without having to clarify your destination, but allow yourself to be attracted by anything that would interest you in the process. Okay, so a lot of times, of course, because of that, uh, the lack of direction is something that people associate more with postmodern minds, postmodern thinking. Another is we take concrete lines of actions in view of the vision. Okay, isn't it that in our congregations, in our communities, in corporations, you always have to have a clear definition of your vision and mission, and then you come up with strategies on how you want to achieve such vision, okay, in pursuit of your mission. We draw out norms of conduct and evaluate the same according to our defined vision. If this is the vision that we have, for example, our vision for seminarians and priests of the congregation of the mission is this. So we draw out rules of conduct on the basis of this vision that we want to achieve, the kind of moral characters that people will have to have in pursuit of this vision. One's moral vision speaks precisely of one's moral character. Okay? The kind of vision that you pursue can define you, especially as a moral character, as a person, okay, with a sense of purpose in life. Okay? Another is our vision is constituted by, and at the same time, constitutive of our tradition. Okay? Necessary for the survival of a particular community or a society, okay, or a nation for that matter. And when you say it is constituted by, it is the community that tries to more or less explore where do we want to go, how do we want to see ourselves after so many number of years, etc. And then at the same time, as we are able to define it, it also begins to constitute us. If there will be new members of the community who will come out, who will come in and become part of our congregation, for example, that vision is what will constitute that person. And that vision is what will constitute that tradition ongoing. You understand? So we make decisions, we make activities, programs, and in a way pursue big events in our lives, basically uh, constituting, okay, according to the vision, constituting the ongoing living tradition that we pursue in our life. Is that clear? Now, our objectives at the end of the session, we expect that the students will be able to connect their vision to God's own vision for humanity. I think each one of us would have our own personal vision, isn't it? But the task is to appreciate this vis-a-vis God's own vision and purpose for us. And then have a new understanding and appreciation of that vision of God, which we refer to as the reign of God. And we draw that out from Christ's own exposition of that vision and living out or establishment of that vision. And then we move on, okay, that we actually also be moved to participate in the building of the reign of God in our particular context. So this become these objectives become the proposed goals for our own session this morning. It's quite wide, but we'll see what we could do. So presentation of the framework, okay, the framework of presentation will basically start with trying to clarify what are people's dreams or what are their visions of a good life. That's why I asked you to reflect on that in your assignment. And then we will move on to clarifying that these particular visions that we may have actually may have resorted to getting shattered or getting broken. And we will try to explain why has that been the case. And then having broken dreams, we will move on to defining the vision of God for us in a way as articulated in the proclamation of Jesus. Okay? And then we will see what are the challenges of this particular vision, moral vision, in reference to how we are able to live our lives responding to these challenges. Okay? So we will speak about, personal conversion and societal transformation. Okay, let's move on. The first is about seeing, the second is about discerning, and the third is about acting. A very familiar methodology that is employed in our school of theology, as well as in the writing of many encyclicals coming from the Vatican. Okay, let's start with the first. What do you consider as people's dreams or definition of a good life? Okay, uh, who would like to read? Volunteer to read part part of what they have written. I'm going to see that here with me now. Okay, where do I find this? Course groups. Yeah, any volunteer? What's your response to this question? Anyone? Where do I see this? No. Yes, I'm not hearing anyone. Okay, maybe I can call students here. Okay. Can we listen to Victor Villena? Please unmute yourself.
Good morning, Father.
Go ahead. Did you write your assignment?
Yes, Father, but I can't able to open it because you are
Okay.
you are in presenting your
Yes, that's right. I understand. Okay. So what in a gist, what were you trying to say?
okay,
Don't have
Father,
to read it.
I'll just
Yeah.
to say something.
Yeah.
Yes, there's this so-called everyone dreams and seeks so many things in life for the very reason that they want to live a good life. Some would take into account their entity, even of the importance of education, considering as the foundation and key to a better future, while others would strive in many ways according to their own uniqueness and comforts, just to attend luxurious living. However, as you have said, there is this saying everything happens as a reason. Now, in connection to that, what is really matters identifying the things that motivates or drives individual to pursue such kind of living, which a good life. What do people say about good life? In my own experience since the beginning until at present times, I've been encounter a lot of people coming from different places. distinct orientations, races, beliefs, attitudes, perspectives, and background, etc. And the reason for them, some would say that what is good life, it's about, some would say, it's a kind of living, living in a luxurious life, having a lot of power, having this opportunity. Some would say, and another side, some would say, living a good life or having a good life, it's all about living at the same time doing what is the will of God. Short, Father. That's all, Father.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Okay, can we hear from another culture? Okay, what, for example, would, of course, James wrote something here, but I don't know if you could articulate what Papua New Guineans would consider good life for them.
Father, okay. Actually, interview in my short reflection, I actually talked to an atheist source.
Okay, go ahead.
She does not believe in God, but so she gave. It was really intriguing. A response. She added that there were actually two, but I like the second response more. More better. She said that for good life, we had to, in our culture, especially in her culture, we have the same culture, but our culture varies on the different tribes. And
Yes.
yeah. So she said, we in my culture, when we speak of a good life, it's more of a respect for the society, and in that case, it's pertaining to respect for elders. And she said, before religion came in, we already know that in our culture prohibits us to kill, and it prohibits us to steal and commit adultery. And I think that was what was instilled by the generations from that time until the missionaries arrived. So she said, good life for and I somehow I will go with that. Somehow a good life for someone who is coming from atheist point of view is respect and peace in a society. That connotes and that gives a positive impact to the society and a person as a whole. I have, but if you see my reaction, I actually counter argued with that with Nietzsche's argument.
Okay. I have not read it. I didn't find your answer, so I was looking for it. Now I could find it. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Father, yeah.
Can we listen from Vietnam? We have two Vietnamese students. What do you think is good life? For example, for Vietnamese people, if you want to articulate two perspectives from the government's perspective of the communist state, etc., how do they define it, etc., or the local, indigenous communities in Vietnam, how do they perceive it? What is it for them?
Yes, Father.
Go ahead.
From Thuc Nguyen. Yes.
Okay.
Actually, in our Vietnamese people, they have a different way of thinking about a good life. Of course, based on our culture. Someone they said a good life is to have a lot of money. Actually, for example, like my friends, they're trying to get a good job so that they can have a good position and then they can earn a lot of money. Because according to them, having a lot of money is to have everything. But besides that, some people also they're trying to live a good life by doing good things. For example, of course, like studying well, to have a good job in the future. And in my place, especially the young people, they some of them they are thinking like, for example, before getting married, they build a big house because according to them, if no house will be very difficult to get married, and it's very difficult to live together. So according to our culture and also Vietnamese, they said that some, not all, but they said that of course a good life is maybe we have a good job, good position in life. But others just think that a good life is simply sometimes we just sharing to others, especially my mom. I asked 2 days ago. I asked her that about what's the good life, and what she told me is that for her is simple because she said sharing to others something special, even just small thing, and helping them, the poor and the little ones, is even that's a simple and small thing, but she feels happy, and she said for her is that's a good life.
Stani, Father Stani, would you like to share from, especially from the perspective of Myanmar people? Is Father Stani around?
He's muted, Father.
Sorry. Thank you. Yes, Father, I hear you.
Yeah, can you
Can
share?
you share a little bit?
Yes.
Yes, more of Myanmar people are majority. I mean the normal people. They think a good life is depend on our own self. So somehow some people say the environment doesn't make a person a good, doesn't make a person a bad. But we have to distinguish two group of the people. First, those who have the dream, a true dream, a good dream. Those who do not have a good dream or does not have a good life. So depend of a person's doesn't have a desire to be a good, doesn't have a desire or an aim to be a good or the better life. If a person he have to find a ways or he have to endure the consequences of life, his given life. Maybe a poor situation from he grew up, maybe a rich man he grew up. But any situation of his life, whenever a person have, if he does not have to be a good desire to be a good man, he failed, because the life is compounds of the moral ethics. If the person doesn't have a good moral, it means he doesn't have a good life. But a poor person, he have a moral good in behavior, maybe immorality, immoral ethics, he is a good, so he has a good life. And the some, yes, I think like this, Father.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Father Stani. Okay. So that's general perspectives that we've heard, okay, from different contexts, and also based on our own experiences. Okay. I remember when Father was saying that people who do not have dreams, they normally are not able to pursue really a good life. And I remember a very beautiful poster saying, "Great dreams make great men." Okay. And when I was in high school, I was asked to define what life is. And I remember writing in our souvenir program, life is a constant unfolding of dreams. The moment a person ceases dreaming, he also ceases living meaningfully. So in a way that's very, very important for dreams. Now,